Welcome Sagittarius, this is your July 20th to July 26th forecast, and for you the most influential transit is going to be Venus in Gemini, and that's going to occur on July 26th, and that is going to highlight love and relationships for you. So lighthearted curiosity inspires exploration in love and creative exchange. So you're also being guided to spark romantic activities or soulful dialogues and let your curiosity anchor your heart expansion. So we see that there's lots of opportunities for you to be creative in how you express your love and how you continue to build your relationship with your partner at this time. So you may also be focused on like creating a new beginning here in some way, allowing the past to be the past and letting go of anything that's not serving you. And also as part of this process of new beginnings, it's sort of like a transformation that's happening here. And for some of you, whether it's wanted or not, it's for all of you an opportunity to be more aligned with your authentic self and in your relationships. So there's a lot of letting go of old beliefs, patterns, like ways of being that aren't helpful to you and your partner's growth and development at this time. Okay, so that was a lot that I said. Hopefully it all made sense there. But let's move to obstacles here. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you may be feeling a little drained, feeling like you're not necessarily as open to putting in all this work. Like, okay, if we're starting a new chapter, then that means I gotta put a whole lot of effort into this new chapter here. And the idea is about just like letting things flow. And if you're in a state where you're not in flow constantly, consistently, that is something that is bubbling to the surface here, and you will need to address at some point in time here. So what else? We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely a little contrast coming up here, and I don't know if it's about like not wanting to let go of the past, but yeah, it could be that, or someone like not wanting to let go of like some vices or some things, distractions that aren't helpful to both of your growth. That could also be. What else do we have here? So we have the Queen of Cups. And you may also, or your partner, be seeking more fulfillment here in your relationship. And how do I want to say this? Like, you'll have to decide what is best for you as you move towards things that are more fulfilling. And it could be about incorporating some ideas for you to create a sense of togetherness, or have particular goals that you're both working towards to make you feel more connected in some way. But ultimately, you know what is best in your relationship, and based on the circumstances and situations, like what it is that you're willing and open to do to strengthen the bond here, and to allow you to get to that space of where you are feeling a little more fulfilled, you're feeling romantic, you're feeling like, you know, this is truly the partnership for you. So we do have Page of Pentacles here with some underlying worries or issues. Yeah, so I feel like this is really calling us back to starting this new chapter, and then you having a little uncertainty about the work that's involved with that and what that new chapter is going to look like. You may also have a little bit of an issue with like staying focused and really identifying or working towards specific goals that you do have in the relationship. And I also am hearing that it could also be your partner or your partner that feels this way. So one of you may be like totally on board and wanting to work towards things, and then the other may not, or both of you could be just a little unsure, unclear. That doesn't mean you don't love each other, but it just means that you're sort of working through some things and figuring out like, okay, you know, how is this next chapter going to be? Like, we really need to work through like these couple things here as a part of that process for me to feel more assured and more confident about our chance of success. Okay, so all in all, I'm hearing like communication, collaboration, and creating an approach that works for both of you, and that is going to bring value to both of you. Okay, so let's look at your beliefs here. So we have the 9 of Pentacles here. Yeah, you want a healthy, prosperous, secure partnership, peaceful, happy home and marriage. Okay, that pretty self-explanatory there. What else? We have the 6 of Wands here. Victory, joy, fulfillment, contentment, bliss is also what you're desiring. So I want to ask about your partner here. Okay, so I feel like there is some work and effort that your partner is willing to put into this process. And just to be clear, it could be that they maybe want to see more changes than you, or they may have a longer list of things that they want to talk about than you have here. So that's possible, because I am seeing like some work on their part. So either they want that work to be done, or they you want them to do that work. Okay, so like they want you to do work, you want them to do work, whatever the case may be. Again, it's about like getting together and communicating and collaborating on that, and saying what you're willing, what you're not willing, and allowing them the same courtesy, so that you can both like start to frame your goals and frame what this new chapter of your relationship looks like. And I do also want to say that if you are single, there's still many components of this that you can incorporate into your process as well. So this doesn't have to be just for couples. There may also be this component of one or both of you being like a little too serious and like a little too like demanding and requiring things of your partner. So just be mindful of that, be aware of that. If you are coming into a situation wanting to collaborate and taking that approach, then that does mean being flexible and being open and not trying to force specific outcomes or ideas on each other. Okay, so let's look at your approach here. The 4 of Wands, wonderful. So I feel like you are presenting like, let's just start over. Let's just, allow this new chapter to open, and let's decide what that means for both of us and where we want to be, and what our future looks like. So that's wonderful. You stepping into a new portal and wanting that and being open to that. So let's look at. Okay, so I had asked a question in my mind here about like if this is just the way you're presenting yourself, or if this is truly what you want. And I got my answer here that this is truly what you want. So I just wanted to, I was quiet there for a second, so I just wanted to clarify what was going on in my mind here for you. So just that confirmation. And if you are a cross watcher, then your partner, like they're serious about this and you, okay? So let's look externally. Yeah. What else? Yeah. So there's a lot of love here. And your partner wants to work with you on this. They want to work through things. They want to come up with a win-win approach that benefits all that are involved. I feel like they're very committed to you and to the relationship. I was going to say marriage, so some of you are married here, but they're very committed to this and to this working. And they also have like some gifts and talents here that, if you allow yourself to be open to their process, are going to shine through, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised, like, oh wow, you know what, you're a great communicator, or you really work through issues and problems well. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a back seat and let's let you handle some things here as we move forward. So it's like they're showing you their gifts and talents here as a part of this process, and like I said, you're going to be pleasantly surprised, and you're going to say like, oh wow, you know what, you've grown a significant amount in this particular area here. So you don't always have to be the one in charge and controlling everything. It can be a collaborative environment and solution if that is what you and your partner are desiring. Okay. So let's see, what else? What are we looking at? Let's look at guidance here. So we have the King of Cups, wonderful. So this is balanced emotions, talking through things, being emotionally intelligent, not letting that fire come out, just, working through things in, a more calm, peaceful way. Okay, so that's definitely what you're being guided to do here. Really, really work on regulating your emotions and managing your emotions. That's going to be super important here. So we also have the Eight of Cups here. You both defining what fulfills you. Don't leave that out of the conversation, because it's going to come back up. It's going to come back around. So as a part of looking at this new chapter, these new beginnings, this new portal here, make sure you've identified what makes you feel fulfilled. Make sure you know what makes your partner feel fulfilled, what their needs are, what they're wanting to achieve, to accomplish, what their desires are, and you express the same thing. And then you decide together what that means for you as a couple. You will have your own path to decide what it means for you individually, but also decide what that means for you as a couple. Okay, so let's look at outcomes here. So we have temperance, balance. I love it. I love it. So you are going to find that balance that you're seeking, because like I said, like your partner's in this, they riding with you. So you're going to find that balance that you're seeking. You're going to find those solutions that are helping you to work towards what you're desiring as a part of a relationship that is fulfilling and healthy and unconditionally loving to you. And lots of options for you. Being flexible, being open, being adaptive. We're seeing that that's going to create options, bringing creativity in, tying it back to the initial guidance here. Creativity is showing up here. Wonderful. All right, let's see what else. Okay, so we have memories. You making memories, and I'm also seeing like film could be significant in some way. So you may decide to have like a movie night or date night that involves filming. Okay, so all right, that went left. It could be for some of you, as long as it's adults consenting, do you go for it. But others of you, like this could simply just be like, that's part of your date night here, movies, or you could be working on content together. So there may even be some of you that are have a social media with your partner, and you may want to continue to do things as it relates to that. So there's lots of opportunities here, and film could be involved in some way in some of your goals. Let's see what else. So we have trusting and accepting the universal mysteries. Okay, and I feel like this is a very strong message about you being open to what comes to you, open to allowing life to flow through you, and connecting with your partner in that way. Okay, so again, with the openness and being okay either way, however this works out, because you know that it's for your highest good, and you know that anything that comes your way, obstacles or fulfillment, there's lessons in both of that for you that are going to benefit your experience here and benefit your expansion here as a consciousness, because that's ultimately what you came here to do. Okay. What else? So we have your internal garden and taking time to tend to your internal garden. So meditating and self-care to cultivate the soul within yourself, grow the fruit you eat for sustenance. I love that, because we are speaking about collaborating and partnership here, but the message is so important for you to also focus on cultivating yourself, your intuition, your connection with source, your spiritual growth and development, and those other desires that you do have outside of your relationship. Okay, so that's just that reminder that those things are important to you, and you can create that balance where you're able to focus on those different areas, and you're also able to create that balance, body, mind, and soul. So you're giving yourself those things that you need to feel good, so that everything else, all the other aspects, can fall into place for you. Wonderful. Healing. Thank you, because I don't think we mentioned that here as a part of this process, but there is opportunity here for you to heal. So imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed as a part of that process. I love that. Give me another one. So we have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Interesting. So I heard immediately for some of you, like, this is your soulmate, this partner here that you do have. And you can have many soulmates. That is at least what I believe and subscribe to. But you can absolutely have many soulmates. So if you're feeling like this doesn't resonate with you, then listen to this specific message that person is working their way to you. And it's a matter of allowing yourself to receive them in the 3D environment so they can appear. For others of you, like I said, we are talking about this person that you're with right now, and only you will know that based off of how they make you feel, how they love you, okay, and how you feel and love them back, okay? So either way, moving you towards the person for you or closer to the person that you're with, and healing as a part of the process. I mean, wonderful. All right, I'm going to go here before I close out, and then I'm also going to go here. Let's see. So we have training, learning, new hobbies, new passions, and then we also have meditation with peace and relief and sanctuary. So as a part of your process, like I'm hearing very specifically as you're entering this new chapter, that you need to have things that allow you to take care of yourself. So if it is alone time for meditating, do that. Also, there's things that you can do together and learn together. So you can also like take time to meditate together, learn a new hobby together, explore your passions together, as well as you can do that separately and then find things that work for both of you, okay? Because obviously not every single thing that you do, your partner is going to want to do as well. So it's about you creating that balance with your partner, deciding on how you do that so that you're able to explore the things that make you feel good by yourself individually, but then also explore other things with your partner. Okay. All right. Sagittarius, excuse me. Thank you so much for watching. Those are the messages I have for you. Have a wonderful week.